Good evening, folks. It's Diamond with the Oppenheimer Ranch Project, bringing you a grand solar minimum update on Tuesday, June 12th at 11:31 p.m. Mountain Time 2018. You're looking at stunning imagery of Tephra jets emanating from the Fissure 8 lava flows, which are entering the ocean on the southern flank of Kilauea volcano. Look at that. This is amazing drone footage coming out today of the superheated lava hitting the ocean flank, and it is not cooling down, so it's causing this explosions where something called similar to spilletization occurs, where we have a new rock type forming in these areas. These tephras are amazing, and they're water filled tephras, so you'd be looking at maybe forming of onyx and other types of exotic minerals in these explosions. Pretty amazing stuff here in these Tephra jets. So you'll have links to that. Let's get on with the update. Wildfires in Colorado, New Mexico, and Arizona forced closures of large chunks of national forest. We covered this yesterday. Extreme fire danger is shutting down a sprawling forest that includes some of Colorado's most stunning mountains, including 1.8 million acres here in the South San Juans. A rare tactic also being used in neighboring states as the U.S. Southwest struggles severe drought. They're talking about New Mexico. National forest closed there. Extreme fire danger in the Southwest has prompted federal and land managers to take the unusual step of indefinitely closing public access to an area of national forests larger than Connecticut. It's true. Multiple wildfires are already burning in the area, including the 23,000 acre 416 fire near Durango, the 41,000 acre Buzzard fire in west central New Mexico. Under current conditions, one single cigarette could burn half of a state. Let's talk about the Badger Creek fire. What we know, the Badger Creek fire is a wildland fire currently burning in the Snowy Mountains, started Sunday, June 10th. The fire grew exponentially Monday to 2,300 acres. Very similar characteristic to the 416 fire. So we're going to be watching this closely. Smoke already covering over 10 counties in Wyoming. Blistering heat and fire weather threats in the southwest, severe weather in the northeast. A strong high pressure is keeping conditions excessively hot across the desert southwest. Excessive heat warnings throughout southeastern California here and into southern Arizona. It was 98 degrees today where we are with heavy smoke. People having respiratory symptoms in this area. Over the next couple of days, winds will increase across the Great Basin for increasing fire weather threats. As Bud arrives later the week, temperatures will decrease, but the monsoon threats will increase, which is good news for quelching the fires, bad news for threats of flash floods. For Wednesday, severe thunderstorms may produce large hail and damaging winds across the northeast. Heads up. Severe weather warnings in the panhandle of Oklahoma and Texas. Just go to the Weather Ready Nation map, click on your county, and you can get updates locally. So just go look down below where it says show more and find weather.gov. After mountain snow, record lows broken. We're talking crushing records in West Yellowstone. The old record, 23 degrees, destroyed by the new record of 11. That is insane. Bannack, Bozeman also breaking records. Dillon in Colorado. Clearly, we're slowing down quite a bit. Did you lose your garden or veggies from frost last night? West Yellowstone shattered its 75-year-old record, getting all the way down to 11. Lows in the 20s were common in the normally cooler places with 30s elsewhere. Temperatures rebounded nicely, however, but they killed everything. Everything was killed in West Yellowstone if it was out of the ground, including cold weather crops. Absolutely frozen. Bannack, new record 24, the old 30, Bozeman 29, old record 31, Dillon 29, old record 31. In mid-June. January delivered with 20 plus centimeters of snow. What happened? Monday, June 11th, the snow reports rolled in as forecasts across British Columbia and Alberta this weekend, with snowfall warnings issued as much as 40 centimeters reported. How and why did this happen? Whew. Oh, grand solar minimum much? You are here and you're dropping off a cliff. The weather events that you are going to witness, the global unrest and famine that will unfold in the next 3 years will be unprecedented. Unseen since the Vikings were destroyed after they settled Greenland. Unseen since the Roman War and the Roman Empire crashed. This is the modern empire, the end of. Snow and frost found across Fairbanks. Now, this is Alaska. But some unseasonable weather was expected to bring unwanted frost Monday evening and Tuesday into Fairbanks, and experiencing a cold pocket of air which has given the interior rain and some areas snow. And tonight it's expected to get even colder. Normally we would see highs in the 70s, but over the next couple of days are expected to hang around the 50s, with overnights hitting the freezing mark, which may bring frost. Heads up, crop loss in their short-lived season up there. Now, I'm lucky to have a greenhouse, so I have some things protected. Snow falls in Santiago. This is in Chile. A rare coating of wintry weather delights Chileans. A rare dusting of snow has fallen in Chile's capital, Santiago, today. The icy weather is unusual in the capital, where the average maximum temperature in the winter month of June is 16 C. In fact, 3 days ago, the temperature soared to a balmy 21 C. But over the past few days, temperatures dropped dramatically, and on Monday, workers emerged from their offices to take pictures and play in the snow. Even President Sebastián Piñera found himself ducking a snowball thrown by his wife, First Lady Cecilia Morel. Other South American countries have also been gripped by cold. It is epic. Grand solar minimum precedent being set. In Bolivia, the temperatures have dropped as low as minus 14 C. Farmers of alpacas and llamas reported deaths of some of the herd. In Peru, the snow has covered vast areas, in some places reporting that as much as 40 centimeters have accumulated. The cold snap is expected to spread into Argentina over the next few days, with Buenos Aires expecting temperatures overnight to drop to 3 C. Although rare, snow is not unheard of in Santiago. Last year, the city was hit by the worst snowstorm in 50 years. As we descend into the grand solar minimum, it is predicted. So, this is not rare. It is predicted. Most of the city was covered by 5 centimeters of snow. Some of the region were left floundering under a thick blanket of 40 centimeters. At least one person was killed and injured. Several others. I also left more than 250,000 people without power. So, these are things to come. Things that are happening, things we're reporting on. Heads up, Latin America. It's cold out there. No need for Bente Soleil this weekend. We're going to be talking about hail damage. Hail damage at Primrose just coming out today was one of the fields near Primrose that was heavily damaged from hail in the storm last Wednesday night into Thursday morning, June 6th to 7th. The hail lasted 45 minutes to an hour in some locations, and that is almost golf ball size. You can see pictures of the crop destruction here. This is obviously corn that is not going to be knee-high by the 4th of July because it has been crushed, hacked off at the limb. So this is Nebraska, kids. The Corn Belt, hail causes euro 18 million in damage in Komje, Slovenia. The damage caused by the heavy hailstorm that hit the southeast of the country on Friday has been estimated at 18.5 million euro, according to preliminary data presented at the Komje City Council Tuesday. Hail damage reached euro 6 million on houses alone, 4 million on farming infrastructure, 6.5 million on industrial infrastructure, which includes crushed wheat. There's the aftermath of the hailstorm in Slovenia. As predicted, seismic update. We are in a major drought for a large magnitude quake, kids. But if you saw the suspicious observer update by my friend Ben Davidson earlier today, you will be well aware that in the coming months, we are going to get what we wish for in a large magnitude. So we're going to see magnitude 8 and 9 quakes occurring in the next 3 to 9 months, based on the magnetic fields of the sun and the correlation which we have showing all major 8 and 9 magnitude quakes happening at these major magnetic inflection points, which would be at the bottom of the solar minimum, which is quick approaching, which could happen at any time in the next year. which is when we would see a major uptick in seismic activity. As we wait for the major uptick, Hawaii is not stopping. We had a major explosion today and the 5.3 magnitude range. So this is showing no signs of stopping. No other quakes of note. We had a 5.8 come off today in the Solomon Islands, I believe. 5.1 in Indonesia, 5.1 in Kamchatka, 5.4 in Vanuatu, and a 5.8 in Indonesia. There are no reports of any damages or injuries for any of these quakes, but we did see the amazing Tephra explosions as Fissure 8 lava reaches the ocean in the Kilauea eruption. Lava from Hawaii volcano now destroys up to 700 homes. There is no end in sight. Hawaii County Mayor Harry Kim said lava from the Kilauea volcano has destroyed more than 600 homes since early last month. The lava has covered more than 5,000 acres, and it is very thick, very thick. They're not going to be removing this. Lava from Hawaii's Kilauea volcano has destroyed 600 to 700 homes since it began flowing last month. There's no way to know at this point. It will take months for assessments, and they're going to be waiting until they're out of harm's way to do that. There's no sign of the volcano stopping at any time with another 5.3 explosion today. Hawaii volcano update. What is a Tephra jet? You saw it. You'll get links to this article. It's when superheated lava hits salt water and has nothing to do but explode. Volcano warning. Warning issued for two major volcanoes bookending North America. This is the Great Sitkin and Popo. So according to the mainstream, these are the two major threats to the world, adding insult to injury into the coming grand solar minimum and the cooling of the planet. Popo has been non-stop active for months, and the Great Sitkin just showing some new activity. So if you want to get the latest updates, come check out this link down below. Worldwide Volcano News Update, Dukono, continuous volcanic ash emissions. We have Agung, Yasur, Sakurajima, been erupting now for over 40 straight days. Yasur has low-level intermittent eruptions. I just saw this, so I'm going to get on that and give you some information on what's going on with that volcano. We also have Popo, Ibu, Kilauea, and Fuego. Whew. So that's a heads up on the volcanic front. Here we are, live stream care of USGS at Kilauea caldera as the sun sets. You can just move this forward and get a actual live picture. It might be dark already, but just bear with us. We'll see what happens. 5:39 watching, and it is dark. The sun has set. Now, some of you have been sharing this on Grand Solar Minimum areas, this nonsense video of this particular one where they're claiming through fear-mongering that the Kilauea caldera has collapsed, the crater 4 has collapsed, but you're not looking at Kilauea. This is not the volcano. This is Kilauea. And since the eruption, the caldera is multi-stepped here. It is huge. This picture here is not even close to Kilauea, and it's a different volcano. This is complete farce, not true, which is why there's no comments. This guy has no followers, and it's total garbage. So please do your homework. That is not Kilauea. This is, which has been continuously steaming and erupting for over 40 days. Why you would buy that is anyone's guess. Another moderate quake explosion shakes Kilauea summit. Here's the actual view, and it looks nothing like that other video, which has nothing to do with Kilauea. Volcanic eruption warning. Intense volcano CO2 activity drives global extinction events. Well, Robert Felix et al., we know the truth, and some of you do too. It has nothing to do with CO2 directly. It has everything to do with the universe and a cosmic cycle that increases cosmic rays. And we happen to also be in a magnetic excursion, which you can call magnetic pole flip. However, These two events, the grand solar minimum, the waning of the sun, increased cosmic rays, are unrelated to the magnetic flip, but together they are related to an epic cooling of the planet known as the grand solar minimum, which ends the empire. You are here. In a year, we'll be below 30.5. In a few years, who knows where we'll be. But we will certainly be well into the end of the empire, which is at the time when all of the major volcanic events and earthquakes occur. That is what you have to look forward to in your future. Yes, it is the end of the empire. Back on May 4th, 1976, the CIA report knew that climate change would bring global unrest. And that is what's happening in the next few years. I will leave you links to this small microfilm snippet of the Daily News from May 4th, 1976, if you would like to read it. Because those are the facts. Guys, I hope you got something out of the video. Proper planning prevents piss poor performance in the future that you are entering. You should be learning how to fail at growing food, as well as being successful at the same time. You should be finding like-minded people and be discussing how to survive and thrive in the future. The future is bright. Be safe, everyone.